and welcome back once again to Wimpo Squirrel's YouTube channel. Today I've got another Unified Minds deck profile for you, and this one is PTCGO's list from Worlds 2019. It is a Keldeo and Bronzong deck. So Bronzong, let's go over him real quick. He has Heat Proof, which prevents all damage done to him by Fire Pokemon, your opponent's Fire Pokemon. Can't touch him. So obviously this is a very good answer to the Reshiram Charizard deck, the Greens version specifically, which only plays Fire Pokemon. So we've got a 3-3 line there just to absolutely cancel that deck out. And then Keldeo, our main attacker for most matchups, has Pure Heart, the same ability as Hoopa from Shining Legends, which prevents all effective attacks, including damage done to him by EXs or GXs. Sonic Edge does 110 for Water Colorless, and isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. And Resolute Blades is Dangerous Rogue, 50 damage times the number of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Of course, there isn't Aqua Patch anymore, so Sonic Edge will have to power up manually, and that's sort of the approach that we've taken with this deck, is you're going to slowly power him up over 3 turns. Your opponent's GXs can't hit him, and the idea is just to keep him alive with Vaporeon GX and his ability Hydrating Drops, which allows you to, once per turn, heal 30 damage from your active water Pokemon. Additionally, he's got Hydro Pump, which does 40 plus 30 for each water energy on this Pokemon, and Cure Shower GX, which allows you to heal all damage from all of your water Pokemon. Now, the cool thing about Vaporeon now is that we do have EV-GX with the Ascension DNA ability, which allows you to evolve into something that evolves from Eevee and heal all damage from Eevee, so keeping in theme with the healing aspect of this deck. Also, Boost Dash is 100 flat, and Joy Maker is actually useful, allowing you to put 3 cards from your discard pile back into your hand. So we're probably going to end up using Joy Maker or Resolute Blade as our GX attacks in this deck. Now, some other Pokemon we have in here. We've got one of the Resetting Hole Marshadow, which allows us to discard any stadium card in play, and then he discards himself. And then we've got 2 Munchlax with the Snack Search, which allows you to flip a coin. If heads, put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. It ends your turn when you do that, though. That's going to be how we set up sometimes in the early game before we really get attacking, or if we're just in a matchup where we're just trying to stall to win. Of course, we have 1 Ditto, Almighty Evolution, that allows him to evolve into any stage 1. So that can be a 5th Ditto, or sorry, a 5th Eevee, as well as allowing us to evolve into Persian with the Make 'em Pay, which allows us to do 20 damage to our opponent and then discard their hand down to 4 cards that we choose. So if our opponent's just sitting there because they can't do anything, we're just going to discard all the cards out of their hand so that they can't just Cynthia those cards back in and stall us out more. So that's the Pokemon. Let's go on to the items now. For Cherish Ball, allowing us to search for any GX Pokemon, and of course this is really useful in this format, especially when combined with this EV-GX. So our EV is actually searchable via Cherish Ball, so we're not going to play any of the non-GX EVs, just the GX ones. For Great Potion, allowing us to heal 50 damage from our active Pokemon GX. Very strong. Again, we're just trying to keep that Keldeo alive, keep doing Sonic Edge over and over. We've got 4 Pokegear, allowing us to search for any supporter in the top 7 cards of our deck, and pull 1 out. 3 Pokemon Communication. Reveal a Pokemon from your hand and switch it with one from your deck, so that's going to help us search out our non-GX stuff, as well as just swapping anything from our hand for whatever else we might need. We've got 1 Switch. Now this is the one card where our list does differ. He played a Escape Raft, Switch Raft, that's what it's called, from Dragon Majesty. I don't have access to that card, unfortunately. It is Switch, but you also heal 30 damage, and it has to be a water Pokemon. But I feel like Switch works reasonably well in here, and also does allow us to switch out of our many non-water Pokemon, so I'm okay with that concession there. And then 2 Sky Pillar, which prevents all effects of our opponent's attacks, including damage done to bench Pokemon. So that's the items and stadiums. Let's move on to the supporters. The main one here, Steven's Resolve. This is how we're going to set up in the early turns. We're just going to attach to Keldeo, Steven's Resolve, attach to Keldeo, Steven's Resolve, and that's going to be our first couple turns. So it allows us to search for 3 cards and put them into our hand, and then that ends our turn. Besides Reset Stamp, there isn't any good hand reset in this format. There's Judge as well, I suppose, but no one really wants to play Judge. That's pretty painful. So we're going to get our Stevens resolve to stick a lot of the time. 3 Lusamines, which allows us to put 2 in any combination of supporters and stadium cards from our discard pile into our hand. So that can help us recover any of our supporters that we need. Those Stevens resolves if we need to keep doing that. Or for the end of the game, we're going to try and go for this Gardenia, which allows us to heal 80 damage from any of our Pokemon that have water, grass energy attached to them, that is. And of course, we do play 4 of the unit energy that provides water, grass, and fire, since this does power up the Keldeo as well as allowing us to heal with Gardenia. 1 Koga's Trap for dealing with some big tag teams. It poisons and confuses our opponent, so that's going to make them think twice about swinging into us when they're confused, as well as a couple poison ticks can help us take down tag teams that aren't weak to us. 1 Fava allows you to Lost Zone a tool card or special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so this can help us win out in matchups that where they rely on special energy, as well as the main use I found for it is actually removing escape wards off of Jirachis in the Malamar matchup. It makes it very hard for them to continually attack with Giratina, even though we can negate most of that damage with the Hydrating Drops ability. 1 Tate and Liza functions as a switch card or a just shuffle draw 5, although we are going to end up using it for the switch most of the time. And as I said before, 4 unit energy, and then 1 each of grass and water energies. So that's the deck. Let's go find some games. Alright, here we are with our first match, and as you can see from my opponent's types, only fire. So all we have to do is get our Bronzong and we win. Should be a quick one. Alright, our options are starting off with Keldeo or a Marshadow. I'm sure he's on your bench. Okay. So I guess we'll just start out with Keldeo then. That should buy us a little time. It's a Chandelier deck, actually. Interesting. I thought it was Reshiram Charizard, obviously based on the sleeves, but we should auto-win this just kind of by default with that Bronzong, so let's just get him up. We can actually get 2 Bronzors out, which is very cool. So we can just go Pecom, get both of our Bronzors out, that is. And that's it. We'll just evolve into the Bronzong, and then we can just literally pass until we win. Alright, he's got a Pokemon Communication. Alright, and you can see he's drawing a bunch of cards, so thus just accelerating his deck out. If he's taking forever, I might just edit this out until we win, but I'm pretty sure we can't lose at this point. Alright, he's going to use Find a Friend to grab a fire Pokemon. Very cool. The Chandelier deck is a cool one. Let's see, yeah, no reason to do anything, just pass. So his deck plays entirely fire Pokemon, so I'm really not too worried about it. Looks like he's got his Chandelier. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut now. So, or speed up the video at least, so see you when I win. Alright, and we're back. It only took a couple turns for him to realize he couldn't win. So I decided to leave that one in, even though it's a little bit boring to watch, but it is definitely a huge part of the deck. It's one of the main goals of the deck is just to auto-win that fire stuff. So, alright, for our next one versus Charkway. Okay, very good. He's calling the coin flip. She is, that is. Okay. We get to win the coin flip, which is pretty cool. And I'll choose to go first. Why not? So we'll start off with this fella here, the Munchlax, since he does have free retreat. And let's see what our opponent's got. Okay, so it's a Malamar deck. Okay, we do get a Steven's Resolve off of the Pokegear. No Keldeo to get an energy attachment too, but that's okay. This time we'll take a Keldeo, an Eevee, and another Steven's Resolve. And over to my opponent's turn. So we did face another Malamar, but hopefully this time we can get set up even better. And we do have the two Vaporeons already in hand. So, oh, that's a scary card, Esper, huh? Well, he shouldn't be able to recycle it, so we might be able to get away with it. What's the other attack do? Yeah, Canada, right. No need to worry about that one. Yeah, but he could snipe with the Giratina and like spell tag and stuff, and end up killing one of our Vaporeons or something maybe. We may have to end up attaching an energy to a Vaporeon just to heal it with Gardenia. There's a thought. Alright, so Steven's Resolve once more. I'll take Eevee. Steven's Resolve again, I think. Alright, and we're almost there to the optimal setup. We just need 4 Vaporeons, and we can heal off all the damage from this Giratina. Well, all but 10 that is, and that's pretty easy to deal with 10. Alright. Also, my opponent's setup is a little lacking. He gets a Jirachi finally, so maybe he can get some cards. He's got to switch into it. Unfortunately, he put that escape word on the Esper, but that's alright. Cynthia, very nice. So he'll likely get some cards and maybe get some Inkays established this turn. Good news is we still have another turn. We won't be getting attacked by a Giratina though. Viridian Forest discards a Psychic Energy and gets him another Psychic Energy, okay. And then the spell tag comes down. Alright, and Tails on the Sleep Flip. I'm going to go ahead and use the Viridian Forest. Grab out the Grass Energy. And I'm going to attach to my fella. Evolve the first Vaporeon. And Steven's Resolve once more. Vaporeon. Steven's Resolve. Now we need Eevee. He didn't get any Inkays down, which is not the best. Of course, he did get a couple manual attachments to the Giratina, so he'll finally be able to attack us and knock out our little Munchlax, but that's alright. He discards the spell tag, which is very good. Those spell tags are going to be annoying to deal with. Alright, and it looks like he is playing the Ultra Necrozma version, since we do see the Metal Energy come down. They all pretty much play the same against us. We're just going to be worrying about these Giratinas. Switch into the Giratina, and we'll see a Shadow Impact come down. Alright, he's going to start damaging his stuff. And we did get the Cherish Ball, which is cool. Now we could attack, but I think I'm actually going to end up doing the Steven's Resolve thing, since sorry, let me check something. We're going to end up doing the Steven's Resolve thing, since we're very slow to knock these guys out. It's 2 KO on 1 prizer, so we've got at least like 12 attacks, or I guess 10, 11, because we can use the GX to one-shot one of them. But this is going to be a long game, so I prefer to have an ideal setup in the beginning. That way we don't have to worry about it later on. And we'll just soak up these hits from Giratina and hopefully run through them. These spell tags do worry me. Like I said, we may have to do that play where whenever he attacks one of them, we put an energy on it and then Gardenia the damage away, so that we don't have to worry about this Esper. For 130. Well, also you can just put it all in the active. How do we deal with that? I don't think I can attack into it then, right? Yeah, I think I need to have a Faba every time I need to remove these spell tags every single time. Yeah. So I'll take back 2 Stevens and we'll pass. We can't attack into... Oh, sure, we could have attacked this turn. Oh my god, these misplays, man. So we can see what his response will be to this. We're negating most of the damage from his shadow impact there. So we'll see how he decides to play this out. We just need to get the Faba in rotation so we can always remove these spell tags. Okay, he damages himself. Very cool. It's fine by me. That means we one-shot him, so... Alright, and our horse is in pristine condition once again. So we'll go for the Steven's Resolve, take the Fava, and I guess the Great Potions. So we don't need to waste supporters on healing for a while. Alright, and he just goes for another Shadow Impact. Very good. And he hits himself again, that doesn't matter. So we'll go Hydrating Drops. Hydrating Drops. Another one. $30 HP means we can survive it. Right? So we're good to not heal this turn. So he still does have the distortion door pings, we can't stop those. But unless he has some surprise I don't know about, I'm not too worried about this matchup. Maybe I should start getting a second Keldeo already. Another spell tag, alright. Let's see where he puts the shadow impact damage. Okay, he puts it on the Malamar. Very good. So we'll go Great Potion. Since we need some additional healing this turn. And we can't completely heal our fella up. Alright, and we'll take Faba Lusamine. And Sonic Edge. Hit into him, and the next turn we'll remove the spell tag. And not have to worry about that snipe damage. Alright, and he's just got another Shadow Impact. So, we can do all the same. Hydrating drops a couple times. And we'll fob away that tool. Oh, I was just thinking about that. I didn't really want to put it down, but okay. And we only have one energy left, so we actually can't power up a second Keldeo. But I guess we can pull the energy off the prizes at some point. So that way, just in case he has an answer that I'm not thinking of. Shouldn't hurt anything to do that. Right, and more distortion door pings. He shouldn't be able to get to the knockout with just distortion door pings on these guys. At least he's spreading out the damage a lot too. There's one spell tag in there and two in the lost zone, so only one remains. Your Kinesis does 20 for each damage counter on that Pokemon. So yeah, unless he's like stacking up a lot of damage on one of our Vaporeons, that candidate or the Kinesis isn't that scary, since he also won't be able to get consecutive attacks off with it. Stellar Wish for my opponent as well. Let's see what he gets. Oh, nothing, misses it. Alright. And he does Viridian Forest, discards his Pokecom, and gets out a Psychic Energy. He does need a manual attachment every time to this Giratina. So yeah, if he's starting to think about setting up that third Malamar so he doesn't need that manual attachment every time. Retreat and Shadow Impact. I'm thinking about using the GX here actually, since he doesn't have Malamar, but I think I'll go ahead and wait on it. we'll get back our Fava, just to be prepared. Yeah, we can try it. Alright, so I'll bump the stadium and use my GX here, hoping to make him miss a turn of attacks. Very unlikely, but if we do, we get away without using a healing card, which is cool. Again, like I said, very unlikely this sticks. Alright, he's spreading a ton of damage with the distortion door, but I don't think it's ever going to be relevant. He's got Ultra Necrozma, right? So he can use the GX, but it just does 60 to everybody. And of course, he did end up getting the third Malamar, so will not be missing the attack. We could maybe hit him with the Koga's Trap, just for a little fun here. That would be neat. So we'll have to do all of our hydrating drops as every turn. Drip, drip. That's what my Keldeo says. Alright, and we've got 140 HP left. So let's go for the Koga's Trap. Huh? Make things a little spicy. So now he has to flip for Confusion. And if he doesn't retreat, also he dies with just the poison. So we may not be getting attacked, which would be cool. Of course, you can just retreat into, say, the Meowstic for Saturday. But we're trying something. Alright, he does flip heads on the Shadow Impact, but he is still going to get knocked out going into our turn. So we saved ourselves an attack there, basically. And we get to kill a Malamar. I'm very happy about this. Okay, and I think this is the turn that we have to heal, right? Yeah. So let's do that. And then we'll get back the Koga's Trap and the Lucamine. So we have that again for next time. And then we'll go Sonic Edge. And now we're down to one prize. So that's pretty cool. And we'll see what my opponent's win condition is here. I'm not seeing it, but he might. Alright, Mysterious Treasure. So you've got to assume this is whatever's going down. Okay. Gets the Ultra Necrozma GX. And Psychic recharges to it. I assume that is. Alright. So need the GX now? If the total prize is 6 or less. So he can do the GX, yeah. And then, not sure what the plan is from there. Maybe Saturday, but he can only really take one knockout with that. So he can do the GX and then retreat into Saturday. Oh, of course he didn't bump the Sky Pillar. Oh my goodness. That's just brutal. And we did waste our GX, but that's fine. Yeah. Alright, he concedes. On to our next game versus Banebow. He's got a couple types, I didn't really catch that. But we did get to win the coin flip, which we do want to go first since our deck is pretty slow, manual attachments and all that. Okay, so this is a very bad hand as far as hands go. I'll put up the Munchlax, I suppose, since he has free retreat. Okay, so he starts off with the Dedenne. I think I saw the types for Pikarom, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that Wobbuffet down, try and slow him down a little bit, I guess. We really just need to get a Keldeo out, and we should be good to win this one. Pikarom is very GX focused these days. He might have one, possibly two Zapdos, that is. But we do one-shot that with Keldeo. So basically, as soon as we get a Keldeo out, we should win. Okay, he's going to judge me. I was talking about how Judge isn't played that often, but here my opponent is proving me wrong. I have seen Judge in a couple Pikarom lists, I suppose. Alright. Very good. So I will Picom these, like the Vaporeon away, just simply because I did top deck the Grass Energy, and I want to get the attachment in before I Steven's Resolve here. So I'll go for that, and off that I'll take, let's see. Oh, I should have retreated into it. What was I thinking? Alright, I'll take an Energy, Steven's Resolve, which is our last Steven's Resolve. That's not great. I might just take 2 Energy. I think I'm going to go with an EVGX. But we should just sort of auto-win this matchup based on the Keldeo's ability. Don't think my opponent will be able to do much. Okay, he judges me here. And that is our last Steven's Resolve in deck, so that might be a little difficult to get back. Lusamine helps us do that, of course. And there comes down a Zapdos. He has the Sigillus, but discards it. And this third Judge as well. Alright, so we might be looking at a 4-Judge deck here. Switch into Jirachi. And Stellular Wish. Finds him the Stadium Nav. Very good. So yeah, our Munchlax might be going down this turn. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to grab the EVGX, I suppose. Play the Stadium down. Lusamine for just these one Steven's Resolve. And since we can't do anything else, might as well hit the Snack Search. Alright, very good. I suppose I'll take the Lusamine. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might have wanted to go for the Cherish Ball to start getting those Vaporeons out. But that's alright. Jirachi finds my opponent the Volkner. So we can assume that he will be getting an attack with Zapdos off this turn. Although he may, if he's forward-thinking enough, he might just want to save that for one big one-shot with a bunch of Electro Powers. Can he do that? 80 plus 4 Electro Powers. Yeah, he's got enough to do that. And oh no. Oh no. He played down the Silent Lab before he retreated. Oh man. Hate to see that. Anyways, we're just gonna Steven's Resolve, since that's what we searched for. I'll take 1 Vaporeon. I do want to leave the Cherish Balls in my deck as more outs. And we're going to go with 1 Vaporeon, 1 Unit Energy, 1 more Steven's Resolve. My opponent wakes up. Oh man, that stadium is not the best for him. Alright. And he is going to Stellar Wish. Why Stellar Wish? Does he have the replacement stadium? And he's just going to judge me again. It's getting ridiculous at this point. Okay, he's got the replacement stadium. He's fine. Right, and he's going to retreat to the Zapdos. And Judge comes down. Having so many of our Steven's Resolves is just so bad because that's really, it's making it super unlikely that we'll draw out of this. Alright, and he Thunderous Assaults for free. He only needs 1 E-Power. Wow, we are getting ridiculously lucky with these top decks, though. So there we go, we can heal up a little bit, and we're out of 1 E-Power range, now he needs 2. So this time I'll take the last energy we need, Lusamine, and I suppose the other, another Vaporeon. And we'll get some massive heals off, and then we'll just start Lusamining for stuff back. So my opponent attaches to the Zapdos. See what his play is. Goes into the Jirachi looking for a switch card, I imagine. He has 3 cards in hand, and again he does need double E-Power. And the switch card, yes. Right, so switch into Jirachi. Stamp. Oh man. How many times have we gotten our hand shuffled in this time? I mean, we got so many more cards though. We didn't get the Lusamine, obviously, that we needed, but we did get kind of a ridiculous amount of other stuff. So let's go for this Cherish Ball to get me a... Right, I forgot my own Wobbuffet there. Shutting off my Ditto. That's alright though. We'll take a EVGX. Alright, and we'll heal up a little bit. I would like to get out of range some more. I don't know if he plays another Zapdos, but it's worth doing. Alright, and I'm just going to go for the Sonic Edge. And we got a Steven's Resolve off the prizes. So that's good. Our opponent can knock out this Eevee with a Tag Bolt. We're going to evolve it this turn though, so I don't know why he promoted the Pikarom over the Jirachi, but that's alright. I assume since he's still playing, he has a plan here. We haven't seen custom catches from him yet, right? Yeah, we have. We've seen one, which means he can only gust 1 time, which means he needs to... we're immune to all effects, by the way, so Raichu doesn't do anything. Don't know if he's discarding that with the Dene, but it doesn't have any effect on us. But he needs to custom catcher, knockout, our... Now, if we actually only have these 3 GXs in play, and we now have no GXs that can be tag bolted, we should be good, actually. I don't think it's possible for him to win. So we'll just keep clicking Sonic Edge for now. My thought process was he may be able to... Oh, we get the next Steven's Resolve off the prize, that's cool too. My thought process was he powers up Tag Bolt, knocks out the 1 Vaporeon and the Eevee, and then he needs to custom catcher and knock out another GX to win. But we haven't really given him that option, so... Yep, and we are immune to the paralysis, immune to all effects of attacks, including damage. So we don't get paralyzed by Tandem Shock. So we'll just go for the Sonic Edge again. If he had one more Pokemon to play, we could obviously one-shot him with Resolute Blade, but we don't. He doesn't, and we can't, so that's alright. So, switch from my opponent into the Raichu, and we are, of course, immune to Tandem Shock. So we're just in full swing here. Sonic Edge over and over until we win. My opponent burned through his deck very quickly, but slow and steady wins the race in this case. He benches his third Dedenne and resets Stamp Test to 4. That's alright. We are good to go. We don't really need to play. Yep. And he's just going to quit. So that's Pikarom. So that's the deck. It was a lot of fun, for me at least. I'm glad that some form of stall is back in standard. I was worried it was going to be dead. But, of course, Keldeo is very powerful. So, it can carry a deck by itself. Those Vaporeons, of course, great for support. Let's see what we can get out of these packs. Nothing too great. We got this Victory Star, or Victory Sign and Victini. It's a decent energy acceleration. It's like a cube card, not really too competitive. But we've got one more pack, I think, to open here. That'll be the end of this one. Oh, we got the Flyinium Z Air Slash, the crystal. Allows you to use the Speeding Sky Strike GX deck. That's cool. They have to have the Air Slash deck. Okay, right. Huh, interesting. Oh, and we got a Behemoth. Cool. Alright, well, that's the end of this video. I'll have more for you soon, so tune back in, subscribe if you want to see them, and I'll see you again in about 3 days.